Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Monster and outlining reasons as to why you should watch it if you haven't already. But before we do, I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, this is going to be a very short overview, so do keep that in mind. Monster is a psychological anime made by Madhouse Studios, the same people who have animated Death Note and Perfect Blue. The anime started airing back in 2005, and this anime is genuinely considered a masterpiece by a lot of the people in the community, me included, for the points I will outline now. Now, in Monster, we follow Dr. Kenzo Tenma, who is a young Japanese doctor working abroad in Germany. He is the right-hand man of his fiance's father. However, one day this is all changed when two children are rushed into the hospital. At the same time, a person who is a lot more important is wheeled in, and because of his status as the right-hand man of the director, he is ordered to operate on him, but refuses, saving the children instead, which is very nice and very good of him. Let's give Dr. Tenma a thumbs up, shall we? Yes. However, this does not end well for Tenma, as the director is not happy with how Tenma disregarded the more important man's life, that of a child, which is very morally messed up if you look at it from the perspective of the director wanted the guy saved instead of the children, but you know. Now, mysteriously, the two children end up going missing, and the doctors around Tenma start dying, including the director. Now, this leads the police to eventually suspect Tenma as the one who is killing these people to further his own stance in the company. Now, the truth, however, is far more terrifying and disturbing. As the show goes on, we're dropped hints as to who the murderer actually is, until one night in a silent wing of a building, Tenma meets the monster who is hell-bent on ruining his life, Johann Liebert, one of the children he had saved years ago. Johann starts a game of cat and mouse with Tenma, always keeping 2 steps ahead while ensuring Tenma is always 2 steps behind him. He even goes after his own sister's adopted family and murders them, and a reporter who is also helping Tenma. Tenma resolves to put Johann down once and for all, and it is genuinely a terrific story and one you should definitely watch. For this segment, I am not going to be going that in depth, as I have a video coming out soon which will be delving into the psyche behind Tenma and Johann and their dynamic as well. Now, Tenma is the protagonist of the show and is a very lovable guy. He goes from a kind of selfish, always following the rules type, keeping his head down, to doing everything and anything he can to stop Johann. The difference between him and Johann is night and day. Tenma is not a killer and will refuse to kill or harm anyone. He is such a lovable guy and a really strong main character who is up there in terms of writing, depth and symbolism. Now, Johann, on the other hand, where do I even begin with Johann? Personally, for me, Johann is one of my favourite villains of all time. He is so genuinely psychopathic and just apathetic, I suppose, that it's unreal. His manipulation of people is leaps and bounds. I'm talking like Palpatine levels of manipulation here. The way he sets out to ruin Tenma's life is executed perfectly, as he knows to target the people closest to Tenma to make Tenma look like the suspect, and eventually that even includes Johann's own sister. That is all I'm going to say for now, as a full breakdown will be out soon on the psyche of these two characters. Now, within the show, I have been able to identify what I believe to be the core theme, and that theme is the nature of good and evil. The nature of good and evil is central to the show, as Tenma really represents the good in the world and Johann represents the evil. Like I said, they're like a coin. They are 2 sides of the same coin, and if one didn't exist, neither would the other. Johann and Tenma both demonstrate this, with Johann absolutely obsessed with Tenma after he saved him, and Tenma relentlessly pursuing Johann to bring him to justice. I find this theme to be really interesting, as it does really show that one cannot exist without the other, because the nature of good and evil is paradoxical in nature, because if there is no evil, how would we then draw a comparison to say that someone's actions are definitively good? And if there was no good, how would we draw a comparison to decry someone's actions as definitively evil? Now, there's a little food for thought for you to ponder, and I'm going to be doing a more in-depth video on this theme in specifics and other characters in fiction that relate to this theme. Now, if you haven't already seen Monster, I really hope you consider watching it after this video, because it is a masterpiece. It is genuinely up there in terms of everything, but the pacing can be a bit slow sometimes, so do be warned. But that is all for today, guys. So if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see all of you in the next one in the coming days. So yeah, see ya.